Hi everyone, and welcome to another edition of this week's newsletter with myself, Laurence. Fastly approaching Christmas, but clients still getting the time to work on their goal swings, and particularly with the weather at the moment, which hasn't been great, obviously with the storm Darragh last week, people have been finding more opportunities to go and practice at ranges and coming inside the JS studio. So this week, long-term client, Mike and fellow member, the top image is hitting 3-wood at the start of the lesson, towards the end, utilising an iron, but we'd literally just been hitting a few fairwoods before that in the changes down the bottom. Now, yes, there's going to be obvious setup changes from an iron to a wood, which is granted, but what I want you to understand here and look at is the change we're making to the top of the backswing and how that impacts movements of the body to make them more stable. So when we look at the arm structure to the top of the backswing, what you see in the top image is that what looks like a decent amount of turn, the legs are just a little bit unstable. So when we lose the stability in the legs, yes, it's good to get a bit of knee flex, certainly going in the lead knee, but you can see it sort of going away from the target, and you can sort of see the right leg suffers as a consequence. Now, when we discuss this a little bit further, Mike's feeling at the top of the backswing was to feel like the arms are really going away from, so to feel really wide. And by feeling wider, it got him into a place where he wasn't able to pivot properly, so turn properly, stay. So what we see is here is the image on the bottom is a much more stable leg structure, and we didn't even have to talk about the legs. I wanted Mike to have a feeling that he was taking the club away more with his forearms, more with his wrists. I think as golfers, we feel that we try and extend the club too much away from us. And what happens with that in turn is when we start to feel like the club moving away from us too much, is that the low point can shift too far back. Okay, and what we were certainly seeing with his 3-wood was that we were starting to just impact the ground a little bit too early. Okay, again, through the golf ball, leg structure obviously much better. But what we start to see down the bottom image, I'm going to play this through. And then if I just take away all the lines and just get us back up to comparison stage, just a lot more stable. But the top of the backswing movement was the key here. Seeing through the ball in both. There was never a problem in getting Mike back to the golf ball, but it was more of a case of how he got to the top of his backswing. So really cracking improvements. Going to be doing some on-course work with client as well. It's not just about staying in the studio, staying on the range. We've got to see these scores transpire on the golf course. So please get in contact. Christmas fast approaching. If you'd like those last-minute Christmas vouchers to get somebody, as you know, they might need a little bit of help over the winter, please give myself a call. Cheers, guys.